We knew as children that, you know, you'd hear people talking about diaries, and Dad had written a diary. We didn't know anything about the war or the diaries. We knew there was one, but we hadn't read it. So we used to get Dad talking about the funny things of the war. And we thought, you know, that was the life with the war. We were naive little kids. But when I started to read the diaries, I was just stunned. I couldn't comprehend it. I was terribly upset that, you know, my dad had sort of been in that environment. So when I couldn't complete the readings of them. And when I was about 18, I think, I was in Sydney, and Dad was visiting, Dad and Mum were visiting. And I said to Dad, can I go and see the diaries in the Mitchell Library? Can we go? And that day, I will never forget. We went to the library, and we went. Dad said, is it possible to see the Archie Barwick diaries? And they looked stunned, and they said, well, it's a little difficult. I'm not sure. And they said, and who are you? And what's your identification? He said, I'm Archie Barwick. And they were, oh, my goodness. So that was a wonderful introduction of Dad's humility. And that was Dad's style. He was just... Anyway, they took us into this lovely room and brought out all these books. And I can remember Dad stroking them, sort of, and the memories. And then the tears came down his cheeks. And I thought, So the two of us were in tears. And the memories afterwards, talking to Dad after that event, he said he could remember the whole war almost through just looking at those diaries that he had given to the library. So after that, I really persevered, and it was traumatic, you know. And I laughed and I cried. That was my first introduction to the diaries.